There are many ways of enhancing your animated lower third templates, but one easy way is to use keyframe interpolation modes to make the animation flow smoother. In episode 8, I demonstrated the various interpolation modes. In this episode, I want to apply them to the custom lower third I created in episode 7. I also want to explore one or two other ways of spicing up the lower third. In preparation, I've placed the castle clip onto the timeline and opened up my custom lower third for editing. If you don't know how to open a template for editing, refer to episode 7 part 1. The first thing I want to do is change the interpolation mode of two of the keyframes, so I'll open up the composite clip and the transform section. Now I want the text to slow down as it gets to its final position on the screen. To achieve this, I need to select the second keyframe, then select the Smooth In mode. As the text exits the screen, I want it to start slowly, then speed up. So I'll select the third keyframe and click the Smooth Out icon. They're now much smoother transitions. The next thing I want to do is add a little overshoot to the intro as it finishes on the screen. To do this, I need to add another two keyframes after the second one. I'll first set the playhead at this keyframe using the next keyframe icon. I need to now expand the timeline a little. The second keyframe is at the 1 second mark, so I'll place one 10 frames after that. I'll now place another one 5 frames after that. Now, at this keyframe, I want the text string to come to rest, so I don't need to do anything with this one. Back at the second keyframe, I want the text to be just ahead of its final position, so I'll move to it, then move the text string into position. At the third keyframe, the text needs to be slightly behind its final position. You may need to experiment a bit to get the effect you want. Okay, so that's the overshoot, but it doesn't seem quite right. The speed of the transition doesn't really justify an overshoot. To correct this, I'll move all the intro keyframes back about 15 frames. It still doesn't look right. I'll just move the overshoot keyframe slightly. Now I've got the intro speed about right, I need to make the outro speed the same. Now to give the text some motion blur. There is an automatic motion blur option that can be used, but I haven't had much success with it. So I'll use the motion blur effect, which is achieved using the Add Effects icon. I'll then select Blurs, then Motion Blur. This will add the motion blur effect to the composite shot and it will appear at the bottom. The default mode uses the motion blur setting in the composite settings panel, but I think better results are obtained using the custom mode. I don't intend to explain the function of the three parameters that appear. That's outside the scope of this tutorial. Any photographers watching will know what they mean. For now, I'll just change the shutter angle. 180 is a bit harsh, so I'll change it to 90. It may seem like a lot of trouble to make the enhancements, but don't forget, once done, the template can be saved using a different name and it will be available in the template list for future use. Join me next time when I'll be dealing with another feature of this powerful, albeit limited, non-linear editor. Until then, bye for now.